Fisher's log, 28th of September, 57. I knew Dr. Holder was up to something. It's no secret he's been frustrated with the direction of our research, but this takes the biscuit. Last night, Edward let slip about a secret lab Holder has set up in Wyndham Village, under the church, apparently. Of all places. For a month, he's been stealing samples, smuggling out lab equipment, and all with God as his witness. Worst of all, Edward knew because he was planning to join him. Holder's got himself a little rogue scientist brigade. I managed to convince Edward to give me a key to the place. Once this feels down, I'll try to control myself. Fisher's log, 28th of September, 57. Was up to something. It's no secret he's been frustrated with the direction of our research, but this takes the biscuit. Last night, Edward let slip about a secret lab Holder has set up in Wyndham Village, under the church, apparently. Of all places. For a month, he's been stealing samples, smuggling out lab equipment, and all with God as his witness. Worst of all, Edward knew because he was planning to join.
Who's out there?
Holder's got himself a little rogue scientist brigade.
Yeah, they've had it now. I'm
I
gonna
managed
cut
to convince Edward to give me the key to the
Oh, you little...
Once this fever is down, I'll confront Holder myself.
can be anything you want to be when you grow up. I don't want to be a bloody robber. I know that much.
Is anyone there?
Come on then. He killed him?
A new customer. How'd you do? Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? How did... Well, been poking around in what's not your concern, eh? I don't have to explain myself to you. It's none of your bloody business. Beliefs? They're the truth. Can't you see what's going on here? The protocol soldiers, the church, all carrying on like they know all the answers, when the truth is they know nought. Everyone says the folk in the woods are cracked, but they look like the only sane ones around here to me. They're trying to make peace with the world, not ruin it. Them scientists, the disaster, that weren't natural, thou knows. Upset the balance of things. Nature's proper furious with us. We should make amends, shouldn't we? It's only right. But them soldiers would have me locked up for thinking that. Dangerous pagan sentiments, that arse of a captain calls it. I want what's best for the village. We should be looking back to what's always been here. The army here tried to stamp it out, but their captain's a bloody southerner. What does he know about the north? Well, but maybe you're a tattletale for the vicar too, eh? Prying for secrets so he can hold 'em over me. Well, I won't stand for people who stick their beaks in where they're not wanted. Shh! Shut your bloody trap before you bring every nosy bastard in here. All right, look, just hear me out, eh? See, we're a rotten one, that un. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me, not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor, like I ever had any loyalty to the protocol lot. I'm no killer, not born to it, but she were poison, that un, and so is vicar. Something had to be done. Oh, aye. Or chuck you in that jail of theirs, which is just as much a death sentence, except slower. All I'm saying is that we messed up, with factories and machines and that. We should have stayed close to the soil. Simple as that. How is that treason? I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all. Something better. But that Maisie, she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go. And I had to do it somewhere vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise. I scratch your back, you scratch mine, eh? Fair enough. Here, you take this as a thank you, I suppose. I'm happy, you're happy. And the village doesn't have to worry about that quizzling Maisie anymore. And look, if you want to know more about her, the purpose, well, there's someone I'd love you to meet. Mother Jago. Lives out by the old mine in Casterfell Woods. I'll mark the spot for you. Reckon you'll find what she has to say very interesting indeed.
Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. But do you have a good reason to leave the village?
Let's not have any trouble.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such.
Slowly now. Come into the light where I can see you. Wait. You're not one of the scientific staff. Who the blazes are you? I know every face on the project, and you're not one of them. How did you know I was down here? You found it in... You mean to say you were inside the interchange? Just how did you get in there? They sealed the place tight. You found one. Just found a keycard. I believe you. It's so ludicrous that I searched to no avail while you just find one. Too ludicrous to be untrue. The interchange. Open again after all this time. Astonishing. I thought it was sealed for good, and its contents forever out of reach. But look, do you realize what this means? If you have access to the interchange, then we might be able to stop this nightmare before it spreads beyond the wall. You must have seen it. In the interchange. That damned infestation. We first discovered the growth at the Oberon site. I was one of the team assigned to study it. You know, at first we thought it was benign. Beneficial even, according to the early results. In our experiments, small doses of the growth in a purified form showed the most astonishing effect on cognitive capability. But it was not purified nearly enough, as it transpired. Its active agent was much more active than we realized. What it was doing to both our bodies and our minds all the while, it beggars imagination. We thought we held the future in a test tube. But all we had isolated was evil in its purest form. I need you to go back to the medical facility, and this time go deeper. All the way down to the quarantine level. Somewhere in there is a sealed cylinder. It's labeled Sample 1. Find it and bring it here to me. Do that, and I can promise answers. Answers and a way out of here. Here's my keycard. It will get you deeper into the medical section. It was the first sample of the growth that was extracted. We took it to the lab to test it. That was a few months before the disaster. It's a pure sample, and that's what makes it so important. Before you go, you should help yourself to a dose of my inoculant. There's one lying around here somewhere. If you ever encounter a thick area of growth, or are suffering from a potent strain of the infection, that stuff will ease the burden. It should give you a better chance of surviving infested areas. And with any luck, it will silence the voices in your head. Best of luck.
Hands away from any weapons, you.
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us and help us to help you. Follow the protocol. Citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Caught early, the contagion can be painlessly excised. Be vigilant. Be safe. Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt you.
Not sure about you.
One day, I'll leave here, get through the wall. Somehow. Don't know how yet.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember, strangers may be dangers, If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar to you, report their presence as soon as possible to the controlling authorities. Vigilance can save lives.
Wait, someone's here. I saw that. Come here. Like it off, Stevie, or die. Sure, it came from over here. Right there.
Keep it tight!
I see you.
Let's be civilized about this. Hands away from any
Now
weapons.
off limits to all citizens and enlisted men. Speak to a protocol officer if you require access for a legitimate reason.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Orders be brought.
State of this place.
Citizens of Wyndham,
Leave tomorrow if we
the
could.
woods are still off limits. If you need to approach the woods for foraging, request an Asa Village Hall.
Wonder what's going on with Nancy and
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal. This is a defense and enlisted men. Speak to a protocol officer if you require access for a legitimate reason.
Welcome back. Oh, my lord. Well, I appreciate you making the delivery. I truly do. I'm glad you found Nora. She can be a bit of a knout, but she's a lifeline for us in the village. I don't know what we'd do without her. How's my contact in Skethermore? Been a while since I heard from him, truth be told. Dead? Oh no. The poor bugger. He were a good un. One of few of them protocol lads you could still say that about. You know, he were one of them ordered to stop that civilian convoy. The one that's just wreckage up on the Skethermore Road. Oh, don't think he ever forgave himself for that. Been a helping hand for us ever since. I really appreciate all you've done. These messages are more important than you might realise. Let's just say you've given the village a chance to, well, speak up for itself. Here, take this, and thanks. Are you completely crackers? Say that too loud, and you'll have us both locked up. I don't know how you know that, but it's true. One of them scientists, in particular, used to come to drink in here. Before it all went arse upwards, that is. He liked his ale, that fella, and ale made him chatty. Well, he said he worked on some gadget with that Dr. Garrow, who were a big noise over at the site. He called it a top secret. Only a few of them made. You could do worse than talk to Nora. Look, you didn't hear any... See you around.
Onwards, mustn't grumble.
Who's there? Come out slowly.
Who are you?
Identify yourself.
Start talking, or this will end very quickly for you. What do you want? How did you find me? I have no reason to believe that. For all I know, you may be working with the British soldiers. I did not escape their prison just to be sent back again. So, I will need a better answer from you. What are you doing here? You found our old camp? Tell me, was there another man still there? Another like me? Then I made the right decision. You should have listened to me. In the end, there were only two of us left. And something was wrong with him. It was as if he was possessed. He started to babble about a voice only he could hear. Talking the same way those maniacs in the masks do. I could not stand to see him changing like that. So I left and came here. I was careless, and those protocol soldiers caught me out searching for food. They locked me up in their prison. It took a while, but I escaped. And now, I do not leave the cellar unless it is necessary. But how do you know about us at all? Agravain sent us in. Only Agravain knew we were here. How is it you followed us? What? They are here? Then you must help me. Listen. I have a radio set here. High-powered miniature set, but it was damaged. I need some components to fix it. Then I can signal for help. Information, and the chance we might find an ally in this place. I will write down the materials I need. Return when you have them. But if you return with hostile intent, I promise you, you will regret your treachery. Will, do you have the materials I need? Thank you. I am in your debt. Is there anything I can do in return? Do not be so foolish. I cannot just give up such information. I am still stuck here. But it is true. You have given me hope, and for that I am grateful. I do not suppose it is a matter of any great secrecy anymore. The British government were hiding something in their so-called Science City. We infiltrated the facility and broke into the quarantine laboratory. But something happened while we were in there. I do not believe we were responsible, but I was also confused. We escaped the facility, but the zone was already surrounded. Land and sea. We could not escape. So we hid.
I think you are owed some small reward for your troubles. Here. Now, I need to get on with these repairs.
Just give up. Oh, no.
site of the recent patrol robot malfunction is off limits to all citizens. Remember, radiation is the invisible killer.